Hello, Kyra here, and this is my Broadway project. Today I'll be doing a comparative analysis on Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, as well as Stephen Sondheim's Gypsy. This comparative analysis, rather than focusing on the story as a whole, will focus on the mother and daughters within these respective stories, um, as well as their dynamic and stuff of that nature.
So I'm not going to provide too much background, but just for a little bit, Cinderella was broadcasted live on CBS the year 1957, and was actually the first original musical written for television. Gypsy came out a little bit after 1959, and is a musical loosely based on the memoirs of Gypsy Rose Lee.
So what are these stories about? Well, Cinderella is about a girl who's treated like crap by her stepmother as well as her stepsisters. They basically see her as like help around the house, and eventually, the prince he's turning 21. He's having this ball, and everyone's invited, and obviously her stepsisters and her stepmother, they make plans to attend this ball and don't include her. She really wants to go. She wishes. Her godmother, sees like the intensity of her wish and is like, let me help you out. She gets her there. She dances with the prince for a while. They fall in love. They get real close. Don't even know her name, but they like this. They locked in, and she dips. It's 12. She got says the Jets. She leaves behind a slipper. The prince uses the slipper to find her. With a little help of godmother, he's able to find her. They get married, happily ever after, and that's basically the story of Cinderella. So the story of Gypsy, it's basically about a single mother trying to realize her dream through her daughters. And by refusing to let go of her dreams, she ends up destroying a lot of relationships. So first off, her daughter, one of her daughters, June, decides she's gonna dip because she's had enough. She leaves. She takes a guy with her, and some other guys leave as well. Then she ends up pushing away her boyfriend, and nearly does the same when it comes to her other daughter, Louise. But they end up, patching this up. She finally admits that she wasn't doing this for her daughters, and the story doesn't get like a happy ending, but I feel like it's kind of bittersweet. So for the character analysis and the character dynamics, I'm actually going to start with Joy and June. Joy is a selfish, cruel, envious, and a way less important character because her and Portia fulfill the same role more or less. By getting rid of one or the other, you basically still have the same story, since the stepmother can still choose to treat one like a daughter and Cinderella like a maid. June is a realistic, perceptive, blunt character, and she has a much stronger presence on screen when compared to Joy, who's honestly kind of forgettable. I actually think Portia is a lot more memorable because her laugh, and like she just made to be like this comical character. And both of these sisters seem to have something the other doesn't. They're meant to be like the pretty sisters, and just meant to have more to offer than their counterpart. So the other sisters, Portia is selfish, cruel, goofy, and envious, and Louise is like an absolute sweetheart. For most of the play, she's timid. She's also very strong and very loyal, and as like I mentioned before, these sisters are like seen as like both lacking in comparison to their counterparts. So now onto the mothers. The stepmother is selfish and cruel. Rose is also selfish, and she's like very stubborn. And they're also both very controlling. But unlike with Rose, the stepmother's children actually want the things she's pushing them to obtain, and she comes off less like trying to push her dreams onto her children, and more like someone controlling like a pair of goons. At least like that's what their relationship gives to me. And with Rose, it's very clear her children don't want the things she's pushing onto them. They would have been happy with a normal life, but Rose Rose is like very persistent, very stubborn. She refuses to give up on her dreams, and tries to realize them through her children.
And next up, I have a few scenes from Cinderella that me and my friends recreated. I hope you guys enjoy.
I must tell you about all of my future riches, like my wonderful husband and all the things I'll have.
Yeah. Do you hear that?
Is that intro music?
The fuck is that?
Sorry, I gotta go! Go.
Yo, Prince! Yo, man, we found her.
Who?
What do you mean, who?
Dead ass?
Dead ass!
It's you!
Okay.
And lastly, I have 2 poems I wrote based off of Cinderella. Return to me. You appeared at the whim of night and left my side at the speed of light. Where have you gone, I plead? I'd crush the moon for a single week. Come back to me. For I fear without your love I'd forget to see. And the other one, darkness. Your disappearance quite the plight. Without your love I have forgotten sight. Come back to me, and so too will the light. As I wrap things up, there's a few things I really want to say. If you haven't watched either of these plays, they're both really good, and I'd highly recommend watching them. But yeah, that's really it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, have a great day, and peace.